Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of TSA Insider.
I'm Leona, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Shani and Nikita.
Hey guys, I'm excited for this episode. Preparing for a TSA conference for the first time can be a bit overwhelming, but we're here to break it down for y'all.
Definitely. I remember my first TSA conference. Funny enough, it was last year, but with the right prep, it was one of the most rewarding experiences.
Whether you're competing in engineering, coding, or even a design event, it's important to know how to prepare so you can walk into that conference feeling ready.
So let's go into what TSA really is.
TSA conferences are all about showcasing your skills in science, technology, and leadership. There are different levels starting from regionals to state and finally to nationals.
Right, it's a massive event with many different competitions, and some events are individual that create like architectural models or writing an essay, and others require teamwork like video game design or presenting a group project.
And the best part is you get to meet other students who share a passion for tech and innovation, so whether you're new or have been in TSA for a while, you'll be surrounded by people who are excited about the same things as you.
For sure, but if you're heading into your first TSA conference,
It can feel a little intimidating.
so let's talk about how to prepare.
Let's dive in. The first thing you need to do is understand the event rules. Every competition has its own set of guidelines and required items, and you want to make sure you know exactly what's expected.
I couldn't agree more. Sometimes the smallest detail in the rulebook can make a big difference. I remember missing a tiny detail for a project I was working on, and it cost me valuable points. So definitely review those rules, and if you're not sure about something, don't hesitate to ask your advisor.
Great tip, Nikita. Now let's talk about practice. Whether you're doing an individual event or a team one, practicing is key. If you're presenting something, practice your speech or demo in front of your teammates or even family members so you can practice in front of an audience.
Exactly. And don't just practice one. Do it multiple times and make your practice sessions as close to the real thing as possible. Time yourself, use the same materials you'll use during the actual event, and get feedback. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel when it's game time.
And if you're building something, whether it's a bridge for structural engineering or a prototype for a robotics event, make sure to run tests before the big day. The last thing you want is to get to the competition and realize your project doesn't work as needed.
Now, we know it's easy to get nervous, especially if this is your first TSA conference. How do you both stay calm and focused during the prep and the actual event?
For me, it's all about staying organized. I make a list of everything I need to do leading up to the conference, and I break it down into smaller tasks. If I start to feel overwhelmed, I take a step back, breathe, and remember that it's all a part of the process. These conferences can be a stressful environment, especially for first-timers.
And one mindset shift that helped me a lot is thinking of TSA as a learning experience and not just a competition. Even if things don't go perfectly, I've gained valuable skills, met great people, and learned a lot. That mindset shift really takes the pressure off.
Wow, such a good point, Nikita. Remember, the goal is growth and not just winning, so it's super important to communicate with your team. If you're competing in a team event, make sure you're all on the same page and have clear roles.
Agreed. Communication and collaboration will make everything go so much more smooth. You'll be spending a lot of time together, so it's key to keep everyone motivated and on track.
Before we wrap things up, let's give our listeners some last-minute tips. Number 1, get plenty of sleep the night before your event. It sounds simple, but it's really important. You'll need your energy to perform at your best.
And don't forget to pack your materials ahead of time. That means checking your project, making sure everything's in working order, and making sure you've got everything you need, whether it's your notes, your tools, or your documentation.
And lastly, TSA is all about learning and growth. Whether you win an award or not, it's an opportunity to grow your skills and make new friends.
Good luck to everyone getting ready for your first TSA conference. We're cheering you on. That's it for today's episode. We hope you're feeling more prepared for your first TSA conference.
Good luck, everyone, and remember that it's not just about competing, it's about challenging yourself and having a great time.
We'll be back with more tips and advice for all things TSA, so make sure to follow us for future episodes.
Thanks for tuning in.
We hope to see you at Nationals!